Okay, so we're diving deep into some juicy gossip today.
Yeah.
We are going to be talking about Pete Davidson and Elsie Hewitt.
Oh, juicy.
So this is coming from Vega's Daily Vibes.
Okay, cool.
Um, and what we're trying to do today is really understand what is going on with the story and why it's even a story, what makes this interesting.
Right. Yeah, I mean, like everyone's talking about it.
Yeah,
So let's get into the nitty-gritty.
right, exactly.
So Vegas Daily Vibes is saying that there was a romantic getaway
Okay.
down in Palm Beach, Florida
Mm-hmm.
for Pete and Elsie. And this is
Oh, this is recent.
this is very recent. Yeah, this is right after he broke up with Madelyn Cline.
Oh.
And they were spotted like kissing and holding hands.
Okay, so not even trying to hide it.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
Very public, very affectionate.
Yeah, I think once you're kissing and holding hands, you're kind of out there.
Yeah, exactly. No secrets there.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
And so Elsie Hewitt, now, for some people, they might not know who she is. She's not, maybe as famous as a Pete Davidson, but she's had a really interesting career. Vega's Daily Vibes tells us that she was born in London in 1996, moved to LA when she was like 10 years old.
Wow.
And she's done a lot of modeling and acting.
That's impressive.
Yeah, she's had big campaigns with Gus.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Even was in Playboy back in 2017.
Okay.
And she's been in shows like Dave, Industry, Teenage Badass.
She's been busy.
She has. She's been busy.
Yeah, it's really interesting how she's been able to move back and forth between like modeling and acting,
Right.
Very visual, very performance-based. I mean, clearly she's talented.
Absolutely.
And she's got a huge social media presence too.
Yeah.
Like over 1 million followers on Instagram.
Wow.
Yeah, so she's able to like really control her own narrative,
Right.
And she's got this foodie account too at Elsie Eats.
Oh,
That
yeah.
I love seeing what she's eating.
Yeah, it gives you kind of a different side of her, too.
Exactly. It's a
Yeah.
little peek into her life.
Yeah.
Side of, the glitz and glamour.
Yeah. Right. And she's also been in some other high-profile relationships as well.
Oh, yeah. She's no stranger to the spotlight.
No, she hasn't. Vega's Daily Vibes mentions Jason Sudeikis and Benny Blanco.
Ah, I remember those.
Yeah, and of course there was the very public breakup with Ryan Phillip.
Oh, yeah. That was a big one.
That was back in 2017, and there were some, accusations made that ultimately got settled out of court, but
Right, yeah.
it makes you think like, okay, she's been through the ringer a bit with these public relationships.
Right. She knows how intense it can get.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
How do you think she'll approach this one with Pete?
I mean, I wonder if she's going to be more cautious. After everything she's been through, she probably has a really good understanding of how quickly things can get out of control in the media.
Yeah, you would think. And then there's Pete.
Oh, yeah, Mr. Pete Davidson.
Right, and Vegas Daily Vibes doesn't hold back.
No, they do not.
They call his romantic history wild.
Well, I mean,
It's kind of true.
it's true. I mean, he's been with Ariana Grande,
Yeah.
Kim Kardashian.
Kim Kardashian.
I mean, come on.
Right, so it's always a big story, but it does seem like with Elsie, this might be a little different.
Yeah, it seems a bit more low-key,
Right.
at least for now.
And Vegas Daily Vibes is really pointing to this idea of a new direction for Pete.
Okay, interesting.
Their sources are saying that Elsie is just very different from his past partners.
In what way?
Well, they say she's more of a non-celebrity.
Well, I mean, she is a celebrity, but...
Yeah, she is, but I think they're saying she's not like an A-lister,
Right, right.
And that she really respects his privacy.
No, that's huge, especially these days.
Yeah, it is. And after all the media scrutiny he's faced in the past.
I can see why that would be appealing.
Right.
Someone who gets it,
Right. And Vegas Daily Vibes also mentions that Pete's family loves Elsie.
Oh, really?
Yeah, apparently his mom and his sister fully support the relationship.
Wow, that's got to mean a lot to him.
I would think so, especially after, some of the messy breakups he's been through.
I can see how that would be really grounding for him.
Right, like a sense of stability.
Yeah, like his family's got his back.
Right.
And they approve of his choice.
Exactly.
It's a good sign.
Yeah. So where do we see this going?
Well,
I mean, Vegas Daily Vibes points to Elsie's diverse interests.
right.
She's got the modeling, the acting, the foodie stuff.
She's got her own thing going on.
Yeah, she does.
She's not just like, an appendage to Pete Davidson, which I think is really cool.
Exactly.
It's like she brings her own unique vibe to the table.
Right. And then you combine that with Pete's, comedic personality.
And the fact that he's just like a magnet for attention.
Yeah, it's a recipe for a really interesting story.
It is.
I mean, this Palm Beach getaway, I think, is just the beginning.
I think you're right.
Like, what happens when they go back to their regular lives?
Yeah. Can they keep that low profile that they seem to be going for?
Right. Are they going to get hounded by paparazzi everywhere they go?
That's the big question, isn't it?
It is. It is.
Like, can they handle the heat?
Right.
Because, they're both used to being in the public eye to some extent.
Right.
But this is like next level.
At next level, exactly.
So
yeah.
it's really interesting to see how they navigate that.
Absolutely. All right, so to wrap things up, we've taken a deep dive into this Pete Davidson and Elsie Hewitt romance, courtesy of Vega's Daily Vibes.
Yeah, we've covered a lot of ground.
We've talked about their backgrounds.
Elsie's career.
Her career, her past relationship.
Family dynamic.
Right, and how this might be a new chapter for Pete.
A departure from the norm.
Exactly, and we've also talked about the challenges they might face.
Yeah, the media scrutiny.
Right.
The pressure of being a celebrity couple.
All of that. So to leave you with something to think about, consider why we're all so obsessed with celebrity relationships.
It's a good question.
It is, why do we care so much?
Right, like what is it about these stories that captures our attention?
Exactly. And in this case with Elsie and Pete.
How do their individual profiles play into that fascination?
Right. Is it going to be different? Because she's not, the typical
Right.
Pete Davidson girlfriend.
That's the question.
Exactly. Food for thought.
Food for thought.
Thanks for listening.
See you next time.